Hey y'all, here's a quick follow-up video on the Flagstone Patio. I was not expecting it to get as many views as it did. You know, for me, it's just sharing the journey, learning, building something for myself and my family. But it ended up having a lot of comments and questions, so I thought I might address those for y'all. So this patio, we built it August 2023. I didn't post a video till later. It's been 2 years now that this patio's been here. And the biggest question is, how is it holding up? The patio's still here. It's working out great. Oscar Z90 asked, after 11 months, how's Easy Hold standing up the test of time? I love that, how he put that test of time in there. Well, here's that famous area in the video where I was testing the durability. It's from a different direction because I now have a sunroom, so I can't come from that way. But so flip version, and this is that one spot that I was testing in the video. Still roughly the same hardness, you know, and when I scratch it here, you know, it's still the same level of durability that it was when I started. So it's holding up great. Now it is a, you know, resin kind of material, kind of along the lines of plastic. So when it comes to UV and some of those kind of things, I don't think it's going to last forever, right? But it's certainly more than if you just had gravel floating in your grout joints, right? If your joints were just gravel and you let it float there, it's holding it more than it was before. So, okay. So if gravel is for you, you like it, it's a nice little trick, right? So why not poly sand? Oh, I even had the pros come in and say, oh, we use poly sand on every project. And look, I built a pristine, like tons of curves and design, that really modern style patio with flagstones in my Texas house. And so I used poly sand there because that's what everybody said to use. And I experienced it firsthand. There were ants burrowing in it. The rain, when it came down, in certain spots off the roof, you need a gutter, but still, anytime water would hit it, it would flush it out. When I wanted to clean it off with a hose, it would flush the sand off. And so I lost faith in the poly sand. So if we're talking durability, right? If you care about durability, the gravel is a nice medium, but there's one extra, and that's, well, you're gonna have concrete on the bottom and you're gonna mortar it in. You don't get any better than that. So if you really are looking for durability and it's important for you, you're gonna wanna go with the mortar. Over here on the side of my house, I did create a little stone pad, and I used mortar this time. Oh, look at my junk area. Ignore that, y'all. Okay. Over here, all right? So this is flagstone, and that is a concrete mortar that I put in here. And let me get a stone to tap it, you know. All right, so the same technique, but instead of using that gravel, I just went with mortar and concrete. So same process, it's just got that, you know. Did it crack at all? Not really. I mean, no, I haven't seen any cracks yet. Okay, it's holding up insanely well. And so if you like mortar, well, go with mortar. It's a great option. Is it permeable? I love that one. Yes, it definitely is, right? That resin that I put in there is only at the most a 32nd after 3 coats, 32nd of an inch, right? So when you got jagged gravel, there's so many holes. Water goes absolutely through it, and we're gonna demo that now for you. Okay, permeable, okay, y'all? All right, so you got water in there, lots of water, okay? And it's soaking through. Now it did just rain, so it's permeable less, but absolutely before it rains and all that, yeah. It's gonna saturate too, you know? It's gonna saturate, and then it's just gonna start draining off, which is why you need your slope. Make sure you got some slope on that. Very little. Cannot tell this is slope, but it is sloped. Y'all, I had to pause my video because the rain is coming down, but you know, you get all your stuff set up, you're starting to do some work, and then, yep, a little bit of rain, so holding for that, and then we're gonna get right back on it. One Bright Light, Tennessee said, My jaw dropped when I saw them drop off that stone. And yeah, that was probably one of the biggest comments, was everybody, kind of in shock from the stone companies dropping that stone off on the road. A lot of good points about that, right? You're gonna break some stones. Well, when it comes to breaking stone, I got the job done, right? There's plenty of stones. I had tons of excess stone because you're getting extra, because it is a very jagged piece of art, right? It's not gonna be 100% every stone is going to be used. You need extra stones so you can fill in and cut as little as possible. I didn't see any major stones broken. Can they? Of course. I mean, it's rolling the dice, right? How many times you get 6 out of 6? Well, it happens. Another point that somebody made was that it damages the road. Well, the road, I knew this before. This is a new neighborhood, so they've only put down the first layer of asphalt. They come back and they put the second layer in, right? So I know that the finished product is not done. If that was a finished asphalt, I would have done something different. I would have put down a piece of plywood, a $30 piece of junk plywood. I've seen a pile of sand, but people dumping in sand. If they have a forklift, obviously that is the best, but I've ordered from 2 different stone companies, and they have both delivered with that technique. So I'd say you get what you pay for. I got a great deal on it, and if 1 or 2 stones cracked, I'm okay with that. I wanted the discount. And another company that does have the forklift is probably going to charge 50 extra, 100 extra for the delivery, so that you get that, okay, where do you want it? So if that's important for you, ask them, hey, do you have a forklift to deliver this? And if they say yes, and that's what you wanted, hey, that's a win. But we see that people do that, so it's a good question to ask them. So this is a mistake that I made. You'll see these little rust spots, right? You see all the little rust spots all over this area. And that's because I did the grinder on here. So that was one of my takeaways. Don't do that again. All right, because the little bits of iron just rusted on there. Yep, that there would be rust. Yeah, surprise, metal rusts. Over here, we have a little bit of mildew. This is an area that doesn't get any sunshine, and it's wet all the time. And so if you look in there, you'll see, some mildew here, and it's on top of the stone, Here, I had a bucket right here. I can tell right there it's growing around it. So we're going to clean that up today. Let's see. Let me find an example. Aha, right here. That is crabgrass. So let's see if I can pull it. Well, I didn't get the roots, but yeah, there's a few. Oh, here's another one right there. That time I got the roots. Okay. So yes, weeds will grow in that. Okay, now in terms of the mildew that's on there, or maybe it's algae, but anyway, the green stuff, right? I just got mold armor, it smells like bleach when you're spraying it down. But it's, I'm just gonna spray it on there, clean it up. And it also has an aspect of preventing it from doing that. I've never done this in the 2 years, so now I'm just gonna get it taken care of. I don't think it matters that much. It's very slight, but at the same time, I don't want it to continue to grow, so I'm just gonna go knock it out real quick. So here we go, mold armor. That was the biggest area over here, so really, you soak that. Okay, good enough, y'all. Okay, that mold armor absolutely cleaned this stone up, and it's going to stay clean even longer because some of that bleach soaked into that flagstone and gravel. All right, y'all, over here is my collection of plants. It's fun. My daughter and I planted some wildflowers here, and sure enough, yeah, we got flowers coming out of that. It's more successful than I was expecting, so that's a win. Love the butterfly bush. Well, it did just rain, so I don't see the butterflies on there, but usually they're everywhere, you know? It's got these really awesome cone purple flowers that smell really amazing. There's my collection of plants right there. The Japanese maple is looking amazing. Let's see, over here, lavender, you know, that's always a hit and miss for me in the mountains. And I really love this Montgomery blue spruce. I think it's turned out really well, and it's just its first year. And let's see, we've got some other flowers in here. This is a hibiscus. It's gonna have this giant pink flower, and then those have lots of blue flowers on it. My neighbor gave me a hanging basket. Oh yeah, what is this contraption? Look at this. What is that? Brandon, what are you doing over there? That is, we like morning glory vines because they produce a lot of flowers in the summer and then fall as well. And so, yeah, the rabbits like to eat them. I planted a ton and they kept eating them, so I went ahead and put these shields around them. And they're growing pretty well already, you know. Let me go over here. You know, they're growing pretty well. Climbing, it's only been a month or so. And the flowers are already starting to come out right there. And it'll have tons and tons. This entire mini trellis that I built, just sticks out of the woods. It's going to be covered with morning glory flowers. So I look forward to that. Coming soon. See, this is why they call it the butterfly bush. Because the butterflies love it. There can be maybe 50 butterflies on this thing at one given point. You know, since it just rained, here's the first guy that stopped back by to visit. Welcome. All right, let's go inside for a quick tour of the sunroom. All right, welcome to the sunroom garden office. We live in a small 3-bedroom house, and I needed an office, so basically somewhere I could work remotely on the best streaming website of all time. I'm just saying, you know, but basically without feeling crammed into a bedroom, because that's what we had to do before. That's when we came up with the idea for a sunroom. The build was simple, just a few 2x4s and some custom windows, and it really came together fast. You know, one day I'll put together a video for that one. Here's my desk, a couch to kick back on. Wendy likes to ride her bike in here as well. We both just really enjoy the simple view of the garden. We even get visitors all the time, squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits. They love it. They stop by all the time. It's quickly become our favorite room in the house. I hope this video was helpful for you, and wherever you are in your own Flagstone project, I wish you the best. You got this.